father. Did I play this? I don't know if I played this. I don't know if I played this, but this was his father outside of court.
It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr, the dirty. It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr, the dirty.
All right, people. Yeah, we're gonna kind of go by everybody's, like, especially the people in court. We're gonna have further conversations about it. Milagros definitely was hoping for a different result. That didn't happen. I think we predicted a different result. That didn't happen. People say, man, it's Rock Nation. Some people say, yo, Pop's beard type clean though. Hearing for that, so.
Yo, keep it 1,000. You cool with this verdict? Keep it 1,000.
I would disagree. Like, I wouldn't have voted for this. You get what I mean? So, like, again, from everything I've seen, I'm like, yo, this kind of seems off. Now, I gotta accept it because at the end of the day, 12 people fucking made the agreement that that's what it is. So, I don't know.
They saying that Rock Nation paid them off, bro. That's what they're saying in the
I wouldn't say
world.
that. Listen, I wouldn't say that. Definitely would not say that. I would not say that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either, but what I would say is that this was a huge miscarriage of justice. I'm actually shocked that we had two drunk witnesses, one lying on the stand, another one that quite frankly wasn't credible because Meg gave conflicting accounts of the situation on multiple scenarios, whether it was Instagram Live, her interview with Gail Knight, etc. All of this was completely wild. And for them to go ahead and convict them on those charges, I'm shocked, especially when there was a potential that Kelsey was one of the shooters in this situation. So, I mean, dude, if this could happen to Tory, bro, oh man, like, bro, no one is safe, bro. Like, this is an L for all the CJ system, for the accused. Like, hey, bro,
this is what I would definitely say, though, right? I'm hoping, again, I was in court and I wasn't in that jury pool, but I'm hoping that this was something that was just done on strictly the facts and strictly the arguments made in court and not done off anything that has to do with a lot of the woke agenda and kind of the peer pressure that comes from social media for you to basically jump to judgment without even listening to the facts of a case. So I'm hoping those things didn't seep into anyone's decision making process. But it is 12 people, so I don't know, man.
In this age of social media, like, it's almost impossible to escape the case on your phone. Like I gave you this example yesterday, like the O.J. Simpson case, right? A big reason why O.J. Simpson was acquitted was because back in the mid 90s, like, there wasn't social media. You had to watch the television if you wanted to get your news, etc. So the jury didn't know half of the information that was being reported by the news because they weren't allowed to watch the news, right? But in this situation where you have a smartphone, you have access to your smartphone, there's no way that the jury couldn't have seen all the different types of social media posts concerning this case and everything else that may have happened. And also, let's be honest here, venue is very important. They're in Los Angeles, California, which is extremely liberal, extremely left, and extremely social justice warrior. People like Lasan are over there. So they're going to go ahead and be like, oh, well, it's the victim, it's the victim, it's the victim. And to me, the thing that was crazy was you got a victim that's drunk, you got another witness that was also intoxicated, that can't give a concise story, that admitted to lying to the police during an interview, and they were still able to convict Tory, despite the fact that DNA wasn't necessarily found, the evidence wasn't properly gathered, the bullets and the blood wasn't marked properly. We have conflicting testimonies. It's just it was all over the place. And then you have police officers, right? The main detective on this case had a bunch of credibility issues. He was under investigation and might get fired. So the fact that all of this stuff was going on and it didn't create reasonable doubt for a jury is man, I'm shocked. I'm really surprised. I think Tory Lanez has a very strong ability to appeal this though. And I'm really shocked at the thing. I'm just shocked at the verdict here.
This got to be scary for a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not saying it's scary for people who are abusing women. Again, if we all seen a lot of data and a lot of things that came from court, and we said, oh, we believe that it's gonna go this way, and we're all wrong. I mean, we've ran polls. We've had over 100,000 people vote, and it was overwhelmingly 90% believe that it was going to be a not guilty verdict.
Yeah.
And
the average person can not even get the lawyer that Tory got to fight this case. So the average guy is screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I'm also here sitting to think, I thought even if he did, I thought it was going to get max, like found guilty of one, then not guilty on the other two. And I thought I would be able to say, oh, you know what? I think he messed up here. And if he didn't mess up here, he would have beat everything. With this verdict, is it just seems, I don't even know where to start to kind of decode what he could have done differently this and third. I know some woke motherfuckers will be like, well, you could have started by not shooting her. I get it, right? But from Tory's team and even family, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So going forward now with this verdict, that everyone knows about, you think Meg got a staple in the industry still? You think she's going to be popping or no?
You know what? That's so interesting how this is going to play out, because here's the thing. I feel like her status in the game ain't changed, right? So she's been getting awards. I know she said she's been going through it personally, but she's been getting awards and really all these accolades. There's certain male entertainers, which she has even said in her own testimony, like Drake, like DaBaby, right? People, and obviously she says blogs, like every blog just hates her, right? But she says these people have picked a side, and I'm wondering how those relationships in the future will go, right? I'm wondering, does Drake address this? Does Drake say anything about it? Does she ever do a song with Drake? Does she ever do a show with Drake? I see Tusi say something about it, saying kind of it's fucked up. He didn't really speak against Meg, but is there gonna be a divide? I don't know.
Bro, if I'm an artist and I saw what happened to Tory and Meg, nigga, I'm staying far away from Meg, bro. 1,000 with you, bro. I'm staying far away from Meg 100%. Because she can lie about him. Nigga, what about me? She can say anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy because it's her. And then also Sean Kelly, from what I understand, I'm talking with someone right now. They're telling me that he's the one that also said that he put the gun in Tory's hand. He said that Tory definitely had the gun on him, which, that in itself is pretty incriminating.
Yeah. Yeah. But when he said that, though, he said he saw his hand in the air, shooting wildly in the air. That's why I thought if he was going to get caught with anything, it would have been the discharge of the gross negligence, right?
I was cool. 3 counts. I did not expect that. And me and you talked about that it would, if anything, it would be potentially the discharge or the possession of the firearm, but not the actual, you know what I mean? The other shit.
Aggravated assault with a semi-automatic firearm. I was shocked. But I did say if he gets convicted of that, it's a 3-0. If you give him that, you got to give him the gross negligence, right? You also got to give him, you're going to just assign possession towards him because the gun was found beneath his feet. So you're going to basically say, fuck whose gun it was in the beginning. You already say he shot the gun. He shot someone. Now he has it beneath his feet. You give him the last charge. So it kind of went how, obviously not the best way for Tory, but if they convicted you of that big one, the rest was just, Tory's probably stressed the fuck out tonight.
They put him in they remanded him to custody, and he's not going to get a bond, so he's going to have to wait and sit in jail until January 27th.
Damn, through the holidays too.
Yep.
Yo,
right
by the
before
way,
Christmas.
No, all the rappers gotta say, bro, that you're a news outlet because, bro, everyone's watching your channel for this update, bro. Everybody and their mama.
This was, there's moments in time in the history that I remember feeling like everybody was watching me. I remember when Drake and Meek were going back and forth. I felt like everybody was watching me. I remember when 6ix9ine was on the stand, I felt like everyone was watching me. I think I had like 30,000 people watching me read tweets. It was kind of like this, except I was just only on Twitch at that time. This time, we're on multiple platforms, and it was just like, people were waiting 2 years for this. And here's the funny part. What we're not going to get is that most people aren't going to speak what they really feel about this case.
Facts.
Yeah.
They can't.
Like,
Especially
they're going to hit me on
out.
my phone, be like, yo, this is crazy. They're going to whatever, and be like, yo, just between me and you, da-da-da-da. They're not going to say shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna see a lot of females who speak up, as you could expect, but the male rappers who don't speak up is more than likely because they don't necessarily thought this was gonna be how it was gonna be. So they're just not gonna put themselves on the record that it could be used against them. You get what I mean?
I want to hear you on Wack 100 and then Charleston White talk about this.
What do you think is going to happen? Ak, what do you think is going to happen as far as like her career goes? Do you think people are going to just say, well, we're not working with her, or is she going to be able to? I mean, I don't think it's going to affect her that poorly because, like I said before, female artists don't necessarily get affected as negatively for cooperating with the police like male artists do. But what do you think?
If you ask me, she's probably going to win some type of bravery or humanitarian award in the next year. They're going to create an award for her for outstanding courage. Through the face of adversity and this and third. I believe that it's always gonna be polarizing with her though. I've personally said whether she won or she lost, because I knew there would never be punitive action even if she, Tory won the case, right? I do think she needs to be a little bit more likable to both genders, because right now I feel like a lot of dudes, whether they accept this verdict or not, they're feeling like, oh, Meg is the type of woman who would be lying on a dude. You get what I mean? And I don't think there's going to be nothing that happens to her career. She's only going to get bigger. I think certain artists are going to stay away from her. And I won't say it will be necessarily a blackballing, but you're going to see certain artists rather not. Not sure if it's going to be noticeable, though, because there's going to be a new line of artists or a new lineup of artists trying to work with her. So it might not even look noticeable.